Play action. Here's Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Malik Harrison on the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain. Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles. No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. 7th play in the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick. Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown. And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score. Tua going to run the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Dolphins are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 83 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off near the 29, past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Rolling to his right. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Jackson on first down.
Open man is Duvernay.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Here's Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle. 76 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, report. No. You got tight.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 38, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now Tua. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. Touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Lewis.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and inches.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Kill. Hey. Kill. Turn up. Bang.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Andrew Beck as the first half is winding down. And the lead is down to 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. On 1st down, Tagovailoa eluding the pressure right. And this is caught by Watkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, You know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Dobbins. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And down he'll go at the 25.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
2nd and 11 now. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Tua. Going deep here for Watkins. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 14. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in.
And got his man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he stopped immediately there. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Buying time to his, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Ravens 45, Dolphins 33.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 7, Tua going deep downfield for Ross. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He finds his man Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. 1st down and more for Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. Not much there, only a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Dolphins on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to float this one deep right side. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 56 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. It's Jackson. Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, unbelievably better, folks, than 80 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Simply incredible. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the Ravens 41-yard line.
Here's Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Tua on 4th down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. James Prochet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practice.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said, and now here's another interception. Picked off near the 32. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ballgame is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things